Hello my loves and welcome back. In this vlog I wanted to talk to you about how to help your cat survive Halloween. So yes, a lot of us talk about in the UK here for bonfires night, fireworks night, and I know in the US you have like 4th of July, we talk about fireworks. But I wanted to address a little bit about Halloween and how it can impact your cat, because this is also quite a stressful holiday for them. So I'm going to tell you in this vlog how to help them, what to look out for, and how you can support them through this season. So the first thing that I would say is have a think about whether you are the type of person and whether you really need to be dressing up your cat. Now, I know there are some really cool outfits out there. Like, trust me, I've seen them. They are pretty cool. However, when you put out an outfit or a costume on your cat, it can be limiting, and that limiting can lead to stress. So whether it's something like a fancy collar or whether you've got like an actual whole outfit, whether it's something around the middle, whatever you're putting onto your cat is going to potentially feel stressful. It's going to feel different, because unless you're putting it on your cat every single day of the year, which I doubt it if it's a Halloween outfit, they're not going to be used to it. Now, yes, of course, there are some cats out there in the world who are the exceptions to everything a cat person says. So there'll be some cats who maybe enjoy it. I would be able to stretch to believe that, but I have to say there are some cats that maybe will tolerate it rather than enjoy it. But when you put something on a cat's coat, you reduce the capacity they have to self-soothe. So by that, they can't clean themselves. They can't necessarily maneuver particularly well. All of this leads to stress with your feline friend. So yes, it may look cute, but I would advocate against it, because you don't need to cause your cat extra stress at this time of year. Your energy is already shifting, the seasons are shifting. And when it comes to this holiday, there can be a lot going on. You know, there are sometimes fireworks, people come into the door, etc., which I'll cover in just a moment. So what I would ask is please think about when you are considering putting an outfit on or a costume onto your cat, try to see it from their perspective. Like, I asked you to flip it. How would you feel if I put clothes on you, or I put a certain outfit on you, or I put some like a certain type of clothing on you, and you had no choice? You couldn't tell me no. You couldn't get out of it. You couldn't take it off. You had to sit there with it on. Like, how would that feel for you? Just kind of bear that in mind, okay? The other thing I wanted to talk about is about trick-or-treaters. Now, I am a bit of an introvert. Let's say a bit of an introvert. I'm a big introvert. So I panic when someone comes to the door. You know, on a weekend, it's usually, you know, some form of religion, or it's someone trying to sell me double glazing. And sometimes I don't answer the door. Like, I'm completely honest. You know, unless I know a parcel's coming, I very rarely actually answer the door. When my ex-husband was here, I always made him do it, because you never know what you're going to be faced with. And I don't want to have the awkward conversation of, you know, saying no thank you to double glazing, but also like shooting the person down, you know? Anyway, I'm sidetracking. So when it comes to Halloween, I always put a sign on the door that says, "This house has an anxious cat. Please don't ring the bell. No trick-or-treaters." Now, you can have your own opinions about that. If you are someone that loves trick-or-treating, great. Have a think about how this impacts your cat with your doorbell or your door knocker going frequently. Now, in the UK, we don't celebrate Halloween in quite the way that you guys in the US do. It's not as big over here, although it is becoming more, more prevalent. So have a think about whether you feel brave enough to put a sign on the door, or whether you want to just leave a little bowl of sweets outside. But remember, your cat, when they're in your home, that's their safe space. And even if they are a really confident and self-assured cat, not like my anxious boy Leo, even if they are quite chilled out, how is it still going to feel for them if someone's coming to the door every few minutes? It's different to their norm, which could be unsettling. Okay, so just try to bear that in mind. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is about decorations. Now, my sister loves to celebrate the seasons, and she has lovely like egg stuff for Easter. She has beautiful Halloween stuff. She even has like pajamas and bed sheets. Like, my sister goes all out. So she's got some brilliant little pumpkins and things for the home. And my niece loves decorating the house. But if you've got fur babies, I would say if you want to decorate your house, try to put things up high. Now, of course, if you've got cats that want to climb, they may climb and still get to it, but put these things up and out of the way, or put them in places where your cat can't get to, or they don't necessarily look to go. So for example, if I want to do something, I would probably put it on my mantelpiece, because the boys don't go there. They don't look up there. They're not like bothered about that sort of space, okay? So when it comes to the holidays, just bear in mind that it's lovely for you to celebrate it, but it's also can be a stressful time for your cats, and taking a few steps to support them can really help. So like I said, minimizing people coming to the house, to the door, ringing the doorbell, minimizing the change in their environment. And if you do want to make changes to decorate, put it up a bit higher. And then the last thing I would say is have a think about if you can put some colour therapy down. Now, I've got an ebook that's ready for instant download on my website, and I'll drop a link below. And colour therapy is a beautiful way to give your cat a choice in how they manage their emotional state, their mental state, and their physical health. And you can do it in a really simple way. Just get a couple of bits of fabric. Like I would put this down, it's a cardigan, it's lovely blue, it would support the throat chakra. At this time of year, I would suggest you put red down and you put green down. If nothing else, red helps to ground and green helps to support the heart chakra. So if your cat's feeling anxious, nervous, things are a bit different and they're freaking out, it's going to help them to feel loved, safe and grounded. Okay, so I hope this vlog has helped. Feel free to come into the comments and let me know, how do you support your cat when it comes to Halloween? And I will see you next time. Bye for now.